Right. Let's start talking about Eukracy. Major polities that historically stood, lasted, and impacted critical time periods for all interhuman beings are as follows. Major known ancient times, polities of humanity, was the Atlantis era, the Hellenic era, was the Hellenic era, the Minoan era, which was also a Hellenic era, the Mesopotamian era, the Egyptian era, and the Mycenaean era, which was a Hellenic era. Major ancient Hellenic polities were the kingdom, the aristocracy, the tyranny, the oligarchy, and the democracy. Their names are, except the kingdom, are Hellenic too. And we had major imperium era polities, like the Roman, the Hellenic and Roman Byzantium, the monarchy, aristocracy, and imperial. Examples are the Russian, the French, the Chinese, the Japanese, the British, the Portuguese, and the Islamic Ottoman or other Islamic monarchies, autocracies, and imperials. Now, the current most standing political situation is the nation-state polity, which exists today. It's for about the last 3 centuries, with the worst historical destructions and catastrophes for humanity progress, as we all know, if we just check the history of humanity over the last 3 centuries. Nation-state theory of organizing human interactivity was a Zionist and its partners, examples is the systemic banking system, the systemic governments, the religions, ideologies maybe, bad art, etc., was an idea of Zionism as to deal with the masses of people for their own egoistic benefit only, absolutely against all other humanity natural interests. Nation-state polity is another proved version of human stupidity that creates continuous problems, pain, and destruction for all humanity, ruining the natural harmony of being and human existence. Not good, with all proofs over the last 3 centuries, and especially in current times. There are about 400,000 Ukrainian troops and their allies, and 10,000 Russian troops so far, totaling 500,000 of dead people without good or justified reason. The damage to human life from the Ukrainian war is in the orders of billions, and other people, a way or another, in all Earth. We are 8 billion people on Earth, and we are all affected from the Ukrainian war. We expect, the way things go, to have at least 2 to 3 billion dead people from a global nuclear war that can emerge from this situation. And it is about to explode and destroy all humanity for an unforeseen period of future. Right. Why modern polity is needed? Current humanity challenges introduce the demand for an appropriate polity as an interaction interhuman tool to humanity coexistence to successfully cooperate for the benefit of all humans. 5,000 years of space exploitation was based on the sea ship devised from the Minoans. The Minoan polity was an absolute peaceful and expansive polity that made humanity to prevail for the benefit of all humanity. You can see more about it in my previous lectures as I introduced before in the beginning. The Minoans gave the progressive and expansive elements of mindsets and being that humanity still uses to develop and prepare for universal expansion. They are all peaceful and beneficial for all the people in the humanity, and we still use those tools to expand in peace and joy. In modern human times. We have, as you see here, the space work vehicles, the most outstanding of them. And we have some new ideas like the Skylon space aircraft, which is based on reaction engine Sabre. And with those tools, we have managed to do some work that has reached up to the Moon and Mars. And maybe some spaceships like Voyager 1 and 2, that they are about half a century traveling to the outer edges of our solar system and beyond. But we have a lot of work in front of us, at least technically, but mostly, I believe, politically, to be able to deliver the technical status we need to expand in all universe, as is depicted here in this picture. We have also another problem, which is the debris. The orbital debris that we have at the moment around us on Earth shows that things are not going well at all politically, because we are so much polluted already that shows that we are not dealing with the space the way we should. Okay? We have the US government that has issued a penalty for $100,000 for failing to dispose properly satellite debris. Now, Eukracy. What does Eukracy mean in Hellenic? F in phonetic English, F is good. Kratos in phonetic English, Kratos is power. Full translated meaning of Eukracy into current Latin written English is good power. And pan-Eukracy is good power of all. The scopes of Eukracy. Why do we need a new polity to deal with ourselves in all humanity? Create the state of culture that will empower all humanity to be directed to achieve space exodus and eliminate the auto-catastrophic, deceptive way of being for the last 2,500 plus years. Advancing humanity into space through Eukracy. Universal peace. Economic prosperity for all, ever, everywhere, with equality for all, isonomy for all, interhuman personal isostasy for all Eucratians. Isostasy among fellow humans and their countries on Earth, Moon, Mars, or everywhere in the universe we can go. Elimination of poverty, elimination of starvation, elimination of crime, elimination of disease and all common human hardship as stated at least by the United Nations Organization. How to direct humanity to good and transfigurate through the application of Eukracy. Adapt to demands, circumstances and times as to guarantee good for all, ever, everywhere. Focus of all human powers into the development of all necessary capabilities for research, exploration, exploitation of space and space settlement. Absolute demilitarization and policy that can harm humanity by all means. Protection of nature, of the environment of Earth, space, and other planets. Especially on other planets or space itself, we have to protect it before we start doing things there. Otherwise, we end up having the problem that we already have on Earth, which is the orbital debris. Direction to good of humanity through the application of Eukracy polity. Preparation of the Eukracia person to advance and achieve the virtue status and establish the Eucratian ethos through all possible actions and ways in life. First and above all is love. Education must be a certified lover for all. Joy. We have to feel the joy of being with each other and enjoy the touch and experience. Peace. We have to be trained and learn the value of peace and the value of keeping the peace at all times for all. Forbearing. We have to forbear things. We have to be good and have Christliness. That means we have to give without expecting something back in the people and the situations that they are not as expected to us. Innocence. We have to be innocent. No second thoughts, not bad thoughts, not bad thinking. We have to be faithful. We have to cultivate faith and believe of what our logic and our hearts are telling us that is the true and good thing for all. We have meekness. We have to have abstinence, humbleness, discrimination. We need to be able to discriminate every moment what is good and bad in order to achieve the condition of theosis, which is a God-given gift for everyone to truly have all the previous mentioned fulfilled. So this is a matter of idea, similar to education, but something more deeper, that comes from heart to the heart of other people. Now the structure and operation of Eucharisy. There could be 1,000 members of elected Eucharistans per country, a population of 10 million people, for the Eucharisy General Assembly Council, without building to house them for discussions, as all can be an online platform. We get the internet now, and we can do our political interactivity online, as we do it for thousands of other things, everyday things in our life. The General Assembly Council of Eukracy will vote to decide in a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly periods on any issue, and every issue will be brought and given in front of every Eucharistician to decide upon and vote for or against it. Valid and qualified rights to vote in elections, and all laws with an agreed voted percentage of weighting in the voting process. For example, an 80% weighting from the Eucharistician persons and 20% from the current General Assembly Council of Eucharisy. Obligatory one tenure term in Eucharisy for all the Eucharisticians. Term may be 10-day, 100-day, 1,000-day adult life term in various positions as part of full-time work. Education, training, examination, Eucharistician personal license. I want to state on Eucharistician personal license will be a license that somebody will receive after being examined that he is fulfilling all the previous virtues that I mentioned, and he is ready to take part in the General Assembly or become a Eucharistician person. Certification of education status. There must be a certification authority that will keep the level as high as needed in order to keep the Eucharistician persons to the appropriate status. Continual personal legal update for all Eucharisticians. Continuous participation into the law creation and law voting process. So all the Eucharisticians must do everything for all the other Eucharisticians. Use of artificial intelligence, computation, internet, science in voting from all citizens. There are thousands of new ideas that can be applied in order to facilitate and speed up all the processes for the good of all into Eucharisty policy. What is left is just go and do it. Apply what we know. apply what we know already and we can do. Operational timing with different counting, year, day calendar, that can be applied in any celestial body in absolute coordination with every other celestial body. Example may be the system, Earth, Moon, Mars, etc. I have personally devised a universal time encounter calendar many years ago, but I will not present it in this presentation. It might be some stupid people that they may want to steal the idea. But with this timing calendar, which is universal, everybody can be in tune with everybody else wherever he is or she is in the universe. Eukracy and pan-Eukracy is for all, ever, everywhere. This presentation will be personally sent after the 26th March Society Convention to heads of current nation states, decision makers affecting the fates of humanity, epistasy, ecclesiastical, political, economic, scientific, technology, artistic, social, environment, spaces, areas of humanity. So the epistasy people will know and start thinking, feeling, praying, and working towards that, I believe, relieving idea in the political malfunctions of humanity. People who want, can, and are able to contribute and implement together Eukracy as our common interhuman scope, delivering our expansion to space exodus. All common fellow people. We all love all, ever, everywhere. This is why we do it for. It's a call to all. We all fellow humans have to return to our destination original way, the Theosin way. Let's progress to all our universe through Eukracy polity. The Holy Trinity was, is, and will be always with all us fellow humans for universal theosis. Come, do it together, because this is our fate, and this is the only way we can all be happy at all times, everywhere. Thank you very much for listening. I will be happy to answer any